Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today it's going to be recent reads number 2. I have some more. I just put up my first recent reads, so I'm still waiting on comments saying which one y'all like better, a full month wrap up or recent reads. So I'm going to be doing a part 2, obviously. That's what this is. So I'm just going to jump right into it. The first book, because I have to take back to the library tomorrow so I don't get fined. I only have 2 weeks. Ignore Snow. He's wanting attention. This book I only got for 2 weeks because there was holds on it. And that is The Handmaid's Tale, the graphic novel. Holy crap. The artwork. Let me tell you. It made me like the story even more. I read the book, The Handmaid's Tale, I think back in 2017 when the show just came on Hulu, and I watched the first episode, and I thought that first episode told most of the book. Now I gave the book 3 stars, and so it took me a while to get back into it because the second season was coming out, and so this minute was eye-opening. There is a lot of graphic pictures. I would open it and show you, but I don't know if there's any kids watching my channel. And yeah, and I don't know if this is word for word. I have a copy of the book and I haven't looked through it, and I don't know if it's word for word taken from the actual text, but it was good. The artwork is the artwork is stunning. It's very vibrant with the reds and the blues, and yeah. And it goes into Offred's past as June, before she was turned into a handmaid, her relationship with Moira, and her losing her account, all her money going to her husband, Luke. And yeah, it was just amazing. This made I'm gonna need my own copy. I highly recommend this. Even if you didn't like the book, I highly recommend getting this because just picturing it's so much better. The book is written like in code or verse or something, no, old-timey, and this just makes it more enjoyable. And near the end of September, I finally got my hold from the library for The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. And oh my god. I knew there was going to be like 3 points of use, but I didn't know who from. And oh my god. This picked up right. It didn't pick up where The Handmaid's Tale left off with June getting into the black van, but this answers so many questions. And the ending, when 3 characters were reunited, I'm not going to say which ones because I don't want to spoil it. I may do a video just gushing about this book and just talking about it because I need to, but I cried. One of the points of view is from Aunt Lydia, so it goes into her backstory, but it doesn't match up with the little bit of her backstory that we got in season 3. It's different from this, so that tells me that Margaret Atwood didn't have much say in season 3, but she probably had some say in the backstories and character names, and she went off of that and this. And this is 15 years after Offred gets into the van, and we don't know Offred's fate. Does she get hung? Does she escape? Does she get Is she held prisoner until she gives birth? We don't know. Well, obviously, I know. Because I need my own copy. And this is the large print, which made it fly by so fast. And, yeah. When I buy my own copy, I'm going to be buying it in large print. I give this a 5 out of 5. It answered my questions. I wanted to see if it was going to be anything different from the show. And it's just spot on. It's the same, but it's like from 3 different points of view. Inside Gilead and in Canada. And, oh my god. To be honest, I want another one. I want another one from the perspective of, let's see, which character? I want another book from the perspective of Mayday. Solely Mayday. Just pick this up. If you're a fan of the show, then I highly recommend this. Just keep an open mind. 5 out of 5. Read this and watch the show. Do not binge watch the show. You cannot binge watch that show. More like an episode a week. That's my recommendation. 1 episode of The Handmaid's Tale a week. Preferably Wednesdays. That's when they come out. And when they show the new seasons. I used to be bitter about Hulu not showing all of the episodes at once, and now I agree that 1 episode a week is enough, because most people are not going to binge watch that whole show in a day. And if they do, then they're freaking heartless. As y'all can obviously see, it is a different night. I had to return The Handmaid's Tale and the Testaments back to the library, and this is a week or 2 later that I'm finished filming this video. So yeah, so the next book is Vengeful. I am so mad at myself that I took so long to read this. I read Vicious last year in preparation for this book. I got this in the I'll Create limited edition box, and I was going to read it right then and there when I got it, but no, I took a year to read it. If I would have known that Marcella, who is my favorite character, and I don't want her to be, I'm not going to spoil it. I don't want her to be in the situation she's in now. I want more from her. If I would have known she was in the mob, and she was a mob wife turned boss bitch, yes, I would have read this in a freaking heartbeat. Other than that, I absolutely loved it. The one thing that I was hesitant about was all the reviews about the back and forth, the jumping from 3 months to 4 years to 2 weeks to whatever later or earlier. I didn't get confused at first. I did, and then I was just like, I'm not going to read the timing. I'm just going to go straight into the chapters, and it worked out perfectly. If you skip the timing labels at the beginning of each chapter, you'll be fine, and the story will flow. It will not confuse you. To me, it was just words, and it reminded me of Charles Dickens and those writers who got paid by word count. So I loved it. I give it a 5 out of 5. I want more in the Villains series. Marcella. Yes. And I felt so bad for Sydney and Dole. I cried at Dole's part. And surprisingly, Mitch didn't drink any chocolate milk in this book. I mean, where's the fun in that? If y'all have not seen my Instagram picture that I did surrounding this book while I was reading it, then my link is down below. Go follow me. I post pictures every now and then. I'm not like a good bookstagrammer, but when I do post pictures, I put thought into it. So, yes. If you have not read this one because you're too hesitant and think Vicious was better as a standalone, read it for Marcella. And this book I read to my kids for school, and we flew through it. Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow. I didn't know how my kids were going to like it, but they absolutely love it. They are badgering me almost every day to get the second book, which is Wondersmith. And they keep pretending to step boldly. And Jupiter North, he's just freaking awesome. He's my favorite. At first I thought he was going to be like a bad guy disguised as a good person. And I thought he was just going to do Morgan dirty at the end. And it just made me laugh. I loved Frank, the vampire dwarf, or the dwarf vampire. I like how there was an enemies to friends, frenemy between Jack and Morgan. It reminded me a lot of Harry Potter as the school, and it gave me an idea for a video that I'm hopefully going to do before the end of the year. I say I'm doing all of these videos, and my life is hectic. That's why I haven't been posting as many videos. I'm wanting to vlog. So, yeah, this one was a favorite of ours, and yeah, Wondersmith is definitely going to be a read for us in January. And if you have not seen our homeschool TBR for the rest of the year, then I will link it down below. I'm attempting to read aloud 7 more books by the end of December. My throat hurts, even talking now. But if you have not read Nevermore, it's about this girl named Morgan, and she is cursed. And she gets illegally smuggled. Is there any legal smuggling? No. She gets smuggled into Nevermore by her patron. I think that's what he's called. It's patron. Her sponsor. It's not sponsor. Patron. And he keeps her in the dark, and he's just a go with the flow kind of guy. He's like fly by the seat of your pants, and he's loved by all. And this cat, Finestra. I love this cat. I love this cat. So, yeah. She's sassy and got an attitude. And the last book for this recent reads, number 2, is Winter War Awakening by Rosalind Eves. This is the final book in the Blood Rose Rebellion series, and I was disappointed. I absolutely loved this series, and I wanted so much more. I was very excited when it started off with action, and then nothing. It went in a circle. It seems like they stayed in one exact place, even though Anna did leave and go back to Austria, and then, but it seemed like they stayed in one exact spot. If you are not wanting to be spoiled for this book, mute me until I put the book down. So Anna met up with Matthias at the end of book 2, and they are going to go try to find Noemi. And they go to these caves that are being glamored, and it's really an ice cave. And they've been betrayed by one in their group. And so Anna gets to escape because Matthias turned her into a crow, and he is captured by the ooh, can't remember the names of the characters because they were not mentioned mostly in the first or second book. They were pretty much brand new in this book. That's another thing that bothered me. There was new characters introduced. So Anna goes back to save Matthias, and then Anna gets captured and given to the Protheria, and she finds Noemi, and then she gets released, or she escapes, and then Matthias gets captured again, and then Anna gives herself up to free Matthias, and then they both get captured. It's just back and forth, back and forth. It was not fun to read. Also, I love Anna and Gabor's relationship. It was basically non-existent in this book. Gabor, he just did the stupidest things. He gave Anna a magic paper to write letters back and forth, and then she was supposed to say some words and the letters would be erased, kind of like the Marauder's map in Harry Potter. Well, once she got captured, she told Gabor her exact, she couldn't tell the exact location, but she mentioned how the caves were, and he was just like, this is what I'm doing, and this is how my unit is doing. It felt like he didn't give a shit about her. He was just telling her to stay calm and listen to me. And I was like, Gabor, are you not going to try to rescue this girl that you love? And then her letters get found and taken. And then Gabor has the audacity to get mad at Anna because his location of his camp, his troop, was written in the letters. Number one. Okay, she didn't delete his letter. Oh, sorry. I'm still spoiling. He didn't delete his she didn't delete his letter because she wanted to keep reading his swoony parts. But he should never have written his location in the first place, knowing that she was kidnapped. It was just stupid. It pissed me off to no freaking end. And this book could have gone so differently. Oh my god. I'm not happy. So I ended up giving the save 3 or 3.5. 3 maybe? I don't know. It's I think I changed my rating. I think I put it at a 4 at the begin with because I was excited for the ending. It's cute. But Gabor just pissed me off. That is it for this recent reads video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, please. And let me know if you are still enjoying these recent read videos. I do have my full monthly wrap-up on my blog with all the books listed that I've read in the month. I don't go into any detail or my thoughts on those blog posts, but I do review the books that I read throughout the month. So if you want to know my thoughts way faster, check out my blog. Go follow it on Blog Lovin'. And if you want to know the list of books instead of waiting for these recent read videos, or follow my blog on Blog Lovin'. I'm gonna keep saying that. Or you can friend me on Goodreads. I will accept you, and come talk to me on those 2 platforms, or you can talk to me down in the comments. But other than that, I will see you on my next video.